Hi, hello. It's Eternal Marla here, back again with another Let's Read. Uh, I'm sort of getting back into the swing of things with Let's Reads. Yes, I have been uploading Dr. Slump, but those were done a few months ago, like all in a row. I just continuously done one or two a day over like a couple weeks, and then they were all done. And I'm still feeling the side effects of the COVID vaccines, so I figured what better way to do some shorter Let's Reads. So I decided to pick up a short comic series and just do Let's Reads of each issue. I decided to pick the 2010-2011-ish Zatanna run because A, it's only 16 issues, and B, I love Zatanna a lot. She's one of my favorite heroes, so yeah, some Western comics other than Sonic this time. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Captured by my worst enemies, chained and gagged, unable to free myself or utter a spell. Anyone else in my spot would pray the end came quickly and accept their fate. But I'm not anyone else. I'm a magician. Spornvidmit? Shh. And the only fate I accept is the one I control. Very nice, gentlemen. Though, John, you were late on your entrance. Sorry, Z. It's this cape. How are you supposed to wear these? Drop it in wardrobe. I'll have Ruthie shorten it for the next show. And as how to wear it, practice. Mikey, the hinges on the trapdoor need to be replaced. On it, boss. Any more disasters before I collapse into a bubble bath and a glass of Merlot? No? Fantastic. Miss Zatanna, I'm sorry, we're not doing a meet and greet tonight. I'm not a fan. Really? Well, talk to the box office about a refund. Sorry, maybe my idea can explain it more eloquently. Detective Dale Colton, I hate coming between you and a rub of warm bubbles, but I'd appreciate an hour of your time. For the police, always, though I don't allow smoking backstage. You need to change, I can wait a few minutes. No need. I heard you weren't just all tricks and illusions. Does that unnerve you, Detective? It does some people. I read up on your offstage history. As a magician on call with the Justice League, you've played key roles in numerous metahuman and paranormal incidents, all for the ultimate good of humanity, at least as far as I could ascertain. Very thorough, but you didn't answer my question. I operate in the here and now, Miss Zatanna. What goes on at the Capes and Tights level doesn't register much in police detectives world, at least until tonight. Why tonight? Do you like steak? I'm a vegetarian, and are you asking me out on a date? No, but I thought I'd warn you after stepping inside the Knob Hill Chop House. You never want to look at red meat again. That sounds ominous. Brace yourself. Well, Detective, you certainly have a flair for an understatement. Recognize this one? His picture was in the Chronicle often enough. Albert de Keko, a local drug kingpin. He once offered me $2 million to play a private party aboard his yacht. I told him I was prone to seasickness and said no. What about the rest of them? Hard to say. Most of them were mystically dispatched and pretty viciously transformed, combusted, infested. It's like the Spectre went on a bender. The Spectre? Better you don't know. No, por favor, no me mates. Fácil, mijo. Nadie hará daño a usted. ¿Qué pasó? Horrores, vi horrores, me escondí debajo de la mesa y oros los santos. He said once the killing started, he prayed to the saints for protection. Does that work? At times like this, it can't hurt. Will you let me see what you saw? Is usted, bruh? You'll be safe. I promise. Calm, at peace. Or some I see the room as it was an hour before. I don't recognize all the players, but I'm sure most of them, like Takecho, were big in the San Francisco underworld. The mutual suspicion tells me he was not at a social event. Another party summoned these gangsters to this meeting. Just then their host entered, and he didn't come through the front door. What? I just got fixed on the big man. You won't find his mug in any police book, and the FBI has no file on him. He has been a key player for decades in local crime. In the late 60s, he was known as Eldon Peck, a fake hippie mystic who discovered a darker way to far art by trafficking in human souls. In return, he got extended life and command of some seriously nasty mojo. These days, he calls himself Brother Knight. Looks like he brought a veritable rogues gallery of the Mystic Underworld with him. Ramalthi the Shaper. One touch transforms his victim into whatever Ramalthi of these master picks. Ember, an unborn dragon gestating in the human form of a human girl. And Teddy. Don't get me started on Teddy. Brother Knight and his goons started small. I'm sure you'd agree that it's Gangster 101, Detective Colton. Victimize an innocent and all the bad guys pay attention. That alone should have had the proper note of terror, followed by unwavering obedience. But no, I see they weren't here to recruit allies. This was mass murder, plain and simple. You want to see a bug? Jesus, Teddy. If I had to guess, I'd say Brother Knight is actively expanding his crime empire to include the human world. There was no better way to announce his intention than by taking out the key players in the San Francisco underworld, and doing it in such a way that there was no question about who ran the game. I can't see how well the busboy's prayers and rosary protected him, though it's even money Brother Knight would have simply allowed an impartial survivor to spread the story. And I thought only human gangsters fought turf battles. Both Mystic and Mundane World share the same planet, Dale. Each has its heroes and villains, only their methods differ. I don't know what magic is. I can barely process that it exists. But is there some way you can, I don't know, hit the undo button? I can't bring the dead back to life, but I can add a bitter taste to Knight's victory. These people might have been criminals, but they were born human. And the world needs to see that humans, not monsters, were killed tonight. Wonder what Johnny's kid was sure had. Everything okay? It's nothing, baby. A rabbit ran over my grave. A little white rabbit. So how do we bring in this Brother Knight? We don't. There's no police these creatures fear, no law they obey, and no jail that holds them. But there's me. Ned. I'm going to hate writing the paperwork. I'm going to hate writing the paperwork on this one. Watch it, boys. Sheriff's in town. You ain't welcome here, witch. Is he better? Greetings, Brother Knight. I figured you'd be celebrating. Looks like anything who's anyone is here. There's my old gal pal, the way Raven song. Your mommy should have told you, Nim. It's dangerous to play with knives. Let's hear you mumble your spells in a split tongue. Don't need a spell for you, hon. Miss Zatanna, want to see a bug? Return you did. Oops. Sorry. Whatever you paint in those losers is way too much. Predictable. I expected better from you. I said the Atrix for the paying audience. Return on the bar. So let's talk about your surprise party at the restaurant. I've run the Mystic Underworld in San Francisco for the last 40 years. Now I'm taking the mortal half. Because you think you can? Because I know I can. The hit was my way of saying I own San Francisco. Though I'm disappointed the daughter of my old friend John Zatanna wrote my message. My father called you many things, Brother Knight, but friend was not one of them. His lost, yours too if you don't remember. I mean, you're only allowed here as my guest. You intrigue me, Zatanna. If you walk among ordinary people as if you were one of them. They marvel at your fakery with no idea of the true miracles you perform. Hide in plain sight. Every magician knows that trick. You don't always hide. Many times you join other heroes and gods to uphold the so-called good. Now it's my turn to ask why. What's in it for you? The world's a scary place. If I can show people a friendlier aspect of magic, it benefits everyone, mystic or mortal. Your idealism is so sweet it's cloying. I can't wait until it sours. I see darkness waiting for you, and disillusion with both the humans and mystics you tried to protect. I look forward to the terrible revenge you'll exact on humankind one day without conscience or restraint. I've often said destiny's overrated. I'd rather create my own future, one day at a time. Admirable. And as long as we're talking faces... I'll warn you once. You want to lord your power over this trash? That's your business. You set foot into the human world again, I'll stop you in a way you won't like. Cheers. Like I said, Dale, there's no human penalty that can be brought to bear against Brother Knight. I'd like to think my talk with him did some good, but his kind doesn't scare easily. I guess the next move is his. You can't let her get away with this. Obviously. What are you going to do? Right now, take a nap. Be silent. I have to call an old ally, and he doesn't take kindly to visitors. Well, his brother Knight, wizard marauder, fraud. The sorriest mistake you could make was venturing into my realm. You won't sleep for 1,000 years, I promise you that. Forgive me, great Fuseli. I only saw an opportunity to strike on a common enemy, Zatanna. There's no enemy beyond any plane of reality worth me leaving my pleasant nightmares for. Zatanna, I'm listening. So yeah, I think that's the end of the first issue. Hopefully you like, subscribe, comment, and whatnot, and I'll be back with more issues of the Zatanna run. Bye now.